Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and in this video I want to take a look at 5 great PC game deals that are under $5 and available during this Steam Halloween sale. Now, the Halloween sale is actually a little bit more vast than a lot of you guys probably realize. The games Steam promoting that are on sale aren't the only games on sale. There's actually a lot more titles that are on sale, not as vast as, say, the summer sale or the winter sale, but there are a lot of great deals available, and I want to take a look at 5 deals under $5. Tried to put a couple of games that I typically don't talk about on this list, so let's just get right into this with number 5. Number 5, we've got Castle Crashers, 80% off, down to just $3, and this is an awesome game. This released way back when on Xbox 360, and at this point it's been released on a lot of different platforms. I think it released on PlayStation 3, PC of course. 80% off, down to $3 is a great price for this cooperative 2D action-adventure game. It is just a ton of fun. It's a very charming game with a great art style, and ideally you want to play Castle Crashers with a couple of friends. Solo, you can have some fun, but when you've got 3 buddies to play this game with, it is just a blast, and it's a game that you can go back to all the time. Now, while you can buy the game solo for $3, you can also buy the Castle Crashers 4-pack, 76% off, down to $10.79. You end up saving $1.20, so if you want to save some money, if you and a couple friends want to split on the 4-pack, that's a pretty good idea, and that works out well, because then you've got a couple friends that pick up the game, and you guys can play together. Really solid deal on Castle Crashers. Next up is one of the most iconic indie games of all time, and at this point, if you haven't played it, I don't know what to tell you, and that's Limbo, which is 85% off for $1.50. Developed by Playdead. Those guys also just released Inside. That's 50% off for $10. Very good game as well, but start out with Limbo, and it's just a very interesting and atmospheric game. Really cool puzzle platformer. It's one of those games that I think everybody should play. At this point in 2017, it came out on PC back in 2011. You know, a lot of people probably forgot about it, but a lot of people still talk about it to this day. It's a very iconic game, and you just read the reviews for Limbo. They have it listed on the Steam page. It is a very, very engaging and dark experience that I highly recommend everyone to check out, and 85% off for $1.50, a great deal on Limbo. Moving on, we've got Crysis, 75% off for $5. All of the Crysis games are on sale, and there's also a couple of collections. Crysis Maximum Edition includes Crysis as well as Crysis Warhead. That's 75% off for $7.50. And then the Crysis Collection, which I think is a fantastic deal. You get Crysis, Crysis Warhead, and Crysis 2 Maximum Edition. That's 75% off for $11.24. Crysis 2 Standalone is $7.50, and Crysis Warhead is $5. And as I said, the first Crysis game is $5. So if you factor in all of that, to buy each game separately would be $17.50. So the Crysis Collection does save you some money, and you got 3 excellent games. The first Crysis game is very good, and at this point, most PCs can run it, although there are some issues that you run into, but those can be remedied pretty easily. I played through the game about 1.5 years ago, and I had a great time with it. It hasn't aged amazingly, but it's still a very solid first-person shooter. Personally, Crysis 2 is my favorite of the series. I think a lot of people might disagree with me on that, but I do like the more linear style of gameplay that Crysis 2 offers, and I preferred it over Crysis 3. Crysis 3 not available on Steam, so forget about that. But yeah, just like Limbo, although for very different reasons, Crysis is one of the most iconic franchises on PC. A lot of that is because of the graphical capabilities of the games, but they aren't just tech demos. They're very good games as well, and I would highly recommend to check them out. Next up, going back to the horror theme, we've got Dead Space. Both games are 75% off, down to $5 each. You've also got the Dead Space pack, which includes Dead Space and Dead Space 2. That's 72% off, down to $9.79, so you end up saving like 20 cents. So if you want to get that, go for it. Personally, I do think Dead Space 2 is the better game. Just the gameplay refinements, they made that. Overall, the pacing's better. These games, when you play them at first, you definitely get that sense of horror from them, but after a while, you do realize, okay, these are kind of jump scary, but they're very good action sci-fi horror games. Both games are worthwhile to play. I would recommend to just pick up the Dead Space pack, but if you had to pick between the 2 games, I would check out Dead Space 2. That is a really, really good game. Unfortunately, after Dead Space 2, we got Dead Space 3, and that kind of took the series off the rails, so that's kind of unfortunate, but those 2 games still very good action third-person horror shooters. And finally, we've got Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition, which is 85% off for just $4.50. This might be the cheapest Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition has been. Don't quote me on that, but regardless, that is a fantastic deal on a great open-world action-adventure game. So the Definitive Edition includes the base game as well as all of the DLC. This was remastered for consoles, but you're not going to notice that many graphical improvements on PC. And yeah, Sleeping Dogs is an excellent game. A lot of people say it's Grand Theft Auto in Hong Kong, and I say it's far different from that. The combat is way different. The tone and storytelling of the game game is way different than Grand Theft Auto. Honestly, Sleeping Dogs is more comparable to like Yakuza. If you guys have played that hasn't made an appearance on PC, at least not yet. But yeah, I think Sleeping Dogs is more comparable to what Yakuza offers than Grand Theft Auto. It is a more contained open world experience than Grand Theft Auto, but it does have a sizable amount of content, and you throw in all of the DLC and it'll keep you busy for a while. $4.50 is a great price, and this is a game that a lot of gamers missed out on, and that's a shame. We never saw a sequel for Sleeping Dogs. Those that played it, I know you guys still want it, but I don't think at this point it's gonna happen. But at least check out the first game, and the definitive edition brings you a great experience at a great price. So that wraps up the top 5 games under $5 for the Steam Halloween sale. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and if you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.